I just had to let you know you're
Samsung started on March 1, 1938. Lee Byung-chul founded a small export trading company in South Korea. He picked the name Samsung because it means 3 star in Korean. He wanted the company to last and grow with that kind of strength, the way stars do. Today, Samsung global headquarters sit in Samsung Town in the Gangnam district of Seoul. Structurally, Samsung is a chaebol, a South Korean conglomerate made up of multiple affiliated companies, usually controlled by one family whose authorities reach beyond the usual legal limits of a single company. Leadership has stayed within the Lee family for most of Samsung history across several distinct periods. Lee Byung-chul was the first chairman from 1938 to 1966. His eldest son, Lee Meng-hee, took over until 1968. Lee Byung-chul then returned and led the company until he died in 1987. His third son, Lee Kun-hee, ran Samsung from 1987 to 2008. Lee Soo-bin then led briefly from 2008 to 2010 as the first non-family chairman. Lee Kun-hee came back in 2010 and stayed in charge of Samsung global operation until he died in 2020.
First, let me explain what a product is. A product is the combination of items, services that a business offers to customers. For a company to succeed, it must understand what makes its product different from competitors. Every product also has a cycle. This means that no matter how good a product is, it will eventually need improvement, refreshing or relaunching to remain relevant in the market. Product can generally be divided into 3 groups: tangible product, intangible product, and services. Samsung is a very good example of a company that focuses strongly on tangible product. Now, let us look at Samsung main product categories. So, for the first category is a mobile device. This includes smartphone, tablet, and smartwatch. Some examples are the Galaxy series, Galaxy Note, Galaxy A, Galaxy J, and Galaxy Tab. These products are upgraded regularly with better technology every year. This second category is a home appliance. Samsung produce many appliances such as washing machine, refrigerator, air conditioner, and oven. The third category is computers and entertainment product. These include laptops, personal computers, television, and cameras. By continuously improving this feature, Samsung ensures that customers always have access to the latest technology. This helps the company maintain customer satisfaction and stay competitive in the global market.
Now, moving on the next part, which is price. Samsung used 2 main pricing strategies. Let me explain both of them. The first one is called price skimming, which means when Samsung launch a new phone, they start with a high price. Why? Because some people really want a newest phone right away. They don't mind paying more. They just want the latest technology as soon as possible. For these people, having a newest and the most advanced phone is more important than saving money. A good example is the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. When it first came out, the price was high, but many people still bought it because it had a new features and a very unique design that was different from other phones at that time. Then, after some time, not as many people were buying it anymore. Sales started to slow down, so Samsung decided to lower the price. When the price became more affordable, some people were interested in buying it. Because of that, sales went up again. This shows how price skimming works in 2 stages, which is starting a high and then lowering the price over time. The second strategy is called competitor-based pricing, which means Samsung look at the other companies' charts before setting their own price. Samsung pay close attention to its competitor, especially Apple. Apple is one of the biggest smartphone companies in the world, so Samsung has to be very careful about how they price their product. Instead of charging a very high price, Samsung usually offer customer more features at a similar or even lower price compared to Apple. For example, customer might get a bigger screen, a better camera, or more storage because for the same price or less. This makes customers feel like they are getting better value for their money. And when customers feel that way, they are more likely to choose Samsung over the other brands. So, those are 2 pricing strategies that Samsung use, which is price skimming and competitor-based pricing. Both of these strategies help Samsung attract more customers and stay competitive in the market. Now, let me hand it over to the next person.
Samsung sells its product through 4 main channels: their own stores, third-party retailers, telco partnership, and also online platform. Each one reach a different kind of customer, so together they cover a lot of ground. Samsung has an experience all over Malaysia, include location in Klang Valley, which is run through by KTS Cellular Sdn Bhd. In September 2024, Samsung opened a new store in Miri Sarawak together with Eng An Trading. This was the first store of its kind in that city. Based on the report of Samsung Malaysia Newsroom, this store sells phone, home appliances, and also other smart devices in that place. Samsung products are also sold through other retailers like Senghang, Courts, Harvey Norman, Best Denki, and some store in Aeon. This store sells Samsung products alongside other competing brands, so Samsung gets a more reach without having to run every store by itself. Courts and Harvey Norman especially are easy to find in malls around the city and the suburbs. For online shopping, Samsung.my is the main website where Malaysian customers can buy directly. It also handles trade-ins and promotion. Samsung has an official store on Shopee and Lazada too, since these two are the two biggest shopping platforms in Malaysia right now. By selling through this official store, Samsung still gets to control its own pricing and the product listing, while also getting access to the traffic these two platforms already have. A big part of how Samsung sells phones in Malaysia, especially in the flagship models, is through telco companies. The Galaxy S series is sold through CelcomDigi, Maxis, and U-Mobile as part of their postpaid plans. When the Galaxy S26 series came out in early 2026, all three telco had it available in their postpaid plan and installment option. U-Mobile had it from starting RM85 a month under their postpaid plan. This way, Samsung phones are right there when people are already signing up for a mobile plan, which make it easier for people to afford a more expensive phone. So basically, these four channels work together to make sure that Samsung cover every type of customer and from different price ranges all across Malaysia.
The last part is promotion. Promotion is the activities of conveying a product benefit to the target customer to convince them to buy. There are two methods that Samsung use for promotion, which is public relation and advertising. Public relation is the process of generating positive media coverage for a company. It's designed to get closer to the public and protect the image of the company or its products. An example is Samsung Soft for Tomorrow. This is an annual STEM competition run by Samsung Malaysia in partnership with University Malaya. It targets secondary school students in Form 1 to Form 3, aged 13 to 15. Students are given a them and asked to build STEM-based solution to local problems. The competition runs across several months and ends with a grand final, where winners take home Samsung products. The program has run 7 editions as of 2025. The 2024 edition received more than 115 entries from 345 participants nationwide. A panel of STEM experts from University Malaya evaluated the entries and selected 10 semi-finalist teams to build working prototype. The 2025 edition drew over 210 students and mentors across Malaysia. Samsung also use advertising method. Advertising is a paid promotional tools including television, social media, newspapers and magazines. Samsung treats advertising as its main form of promotion. Advertising and marketing expenditure reached $9.27 billion in 2023. Samsung also run active account on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and TikTok. Through this platform, Samsung reach more users and can show the advantages of its products compared to other brands. For example, for the Galaxy S26 launch, Samsung hosts 140 influencers from 35 countries at its Team Galaxy Connect 2026 event in San Francisco. They got early access to the Galaxy S26 Ultra and Galaxy Buds 4 before broader media coverage. Influencers then publish content covering features including privacy display and photo assist.
There are 3 areas that need work. First thing first, financing. Samsung's installment plans for flagship phone run through telco postpaid bundles. If you don't want a postpaid plan, you are stuck. Samsung should offer device financing directly through Samsung.my, so customers aren't forced into a telco contract to pay in installments. Secondly, store coverage. East Malaysia is thin on the ground. The Miri store that opened in September 2024 helps, but Sabah and most of Sarawak still don't have a nearby option. Samsung should expand authorized dealer in those states to close that gap. Thirdly, promotion timing. Outside of launch windows, marketing drop off fast, especially for home appliance. Samsung should run a product-specific campaign between launches, not just around new releases, so the rest of the lineup doesn't disappear from view. In conclusion, Samsung's marketing mix works. The product range is wide, pricing adjusts to hold both early adopters and price-sensitive buyers. Distribution covers physical store, e-commerce and telcos. And promotion mix brand building with launch-type incentive. The gaps are financing, flexibility, regional store coverage, and promotion outside launch periods. Fixing these three would extend Samsung reach to customer the current strategy misses without changing what already works.